Hey, what's poppin', guys? Sizzyl here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to record both screens on your AYN Thor. First off, you want to go into Settings, so go all the way down to the bottom, go to About Handheld Console, then scroll all the way to the bottom of that, and you'll see Build Number. You just want to tap that a bunch, and it'll just say eventually that you are now a developer. Once you have that, you want to go back in your settings one page, and then instead of About Handheld Console, go to System. There'll now be a developer options menu. You want to go into there, and we're going to go enable both USB debugging and wireless debugging. This will let you record either wirelessly or when connected with a USB device. So just turn that on and hit OK, and then wireless debugging, and then there you go. Once you have that all set up, all you have to do is actually go plug your device into your computer. Even if you want to do wireless, you still want to go do this step. It's required for wireless to work to have connected it once wired before. So you just have to do this one time if you want to go wireless. And if you use a wired, that's how you do it. Now on your PC side, we're going to go to the GitHub repo for Flutter screen copy GY. And just go to the releases tab and grab whatever version you need. In my case, since I'm on Linux, we're going to grab the Linux app image right here. And once you have that file, you want to go over to it, go to properties, and then make it executable as program if you're on Linux. If you're on any other operating system, do whatever you do to run your apps. Now you just want to double click to run it, and you'll see something like this. I have it blacked out, but there's like a little device ID for the thing that's now connected with my USB, which is my AYN Thor, of course. And from here, we can actually already start mirroring our screen by just hitting Start with default set to mirror. You can see this is the top screen, but we want to be able to get both screens to be able to record both screens. So if we play a DS game, a 3DS game, whatever, I actually want to be able to see those games. So I'm going to go make this a little bit smaller, and we'll go show you how to set that up real quick. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is hit the Create button in the bottom right next to Configuration. In here, make sure you have the mode set to mirror. I'd recommend setting this to video only since it's the second screen and the main screen's already going to be giving you the audio. Then for displays, change it from 0 to whatever the other number is. Right now it's 4, but that could change in the future. Just have it set to the second display. Change the FPS limit to 60 FPS. You can toggle any other settings there you want, like being able to see your touches and whatnot. And then just hit save. And then name it whatever you want to name it. In my case, I named it Screen 2, so I know this is my second screen. And then, you just select that instead of mirror and hit start. And now we have our bottom screen mirrored as well. And you can see that's the top and bottom screen of the AYN Thor. And it's really that simple. You just have to have this app up and running with it wired in USB, and you'll be able to record. This is a very, very smooth, very, very one-to-one. So I'm loading up Melon DS right now with Advanced Wars Dual Strike as a nice little test. I'll have a live side-by-side in a second, so you can see there's actually 0 latency on the wired side of things. And after I show off that, I'm going to also show off how to set this up wireless, because you can do this wirelessly. I will warn you, wireless requires a good wireless chip in your actual computer, and also decent router so that you actually can pass through all the data. But here's a live view in the bottom left. You can see wired up to my laptop right there. And now in the laptop, you can see it's literally 1-to-1 latency. The actual on-screen stuff that isn't in that tiny box in the bottom left is not exactly 1-to-1. I had to sync that up manually, but that bottom thing is a phone recording of my laptop and the Thor. So you can see there's just straight up no latency on this thing. It causes no issues for the Thor. Wired and wireless both cause 0 performance issues on the Thor side of things. The only performance issues you'll have is like low FPS when you're using wireless. Either way, to set up wireless, you just want to go on the menu on the left, click that second icon that's not the home icon. You'll already actually see your AYN Thor because we have on wireless, but it'll say it failed to connect, unless this isn't your first time doing this. And that's because the first time you connect it via USB, you actually have to go into settings yet again, disable wireless debugging, and then re-enable it right again. And then you'll be able to click the connect button once it pops up again and just connect. And you can see right there, we're connected, there's a check mark, and then on the device, it should say wireless debugging enabled, just like you saw there in the bottom corner. And once you have wireless debugging enabled and you're connected like that, it's the exact same as the other thing. You just start mirroring, and then you'll have both parts of your display. I will say for me, this was incredibly laggy. I think it's because my laptop's Wi-Fi chip has a lot of problems. It wasn't a laptop that was built to run Linux, and I've had a lot of problems with the device driver for it. I actually am getting a new computer just so that it actually works properly with Linux, but for now I don't have that. And I got an NVIDIA card and everything, so it's the problem on my end. But for most other people, this should just be incredibly smooth. And even for me, even though it wasn't smooth, it is working. You can see this is the full screen being copied over. It actually isn't lagging yet, but once I get into a game, you'll see how bad it is, and I'll have another live side by side, so you can see just how laggy this is for me. But like I said, for most people from here, it shouldn't be laggy. It's literally just depending on your hardware. This will work for some people, it won't work for others. It's really that simple. Versus wired mode will work for absolutely everyone, and it's as simple as literally having a USB-C cable of any kind of length, as long as you can pass data plugged in to your AYN Thor from your computer. And yeah, you could see incredibly laggy, and you can see the side-by-side somewhat. I know I have a lot of it blacked out. That's just because there's like a lot of fingerprints and stuff on my laptop. So hopefully that kind of showed it off well, but there's about like, I don't know, half a second of latency on this thing, and it also runs at like 20 FPS, and the audio is super choppy when it comes through. This does share audio, by the way. I know I don't have any of it in this video recording, but it does share audio on the top screen one. We had to disable on the bottom screen, but you can have it come from the bottom screen as well. And yeah, that's all there is to say. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.